Hey, did you know that other day game coaches who are former engineers are likely to have Asperger's syndrome, in my opinion? I even did some research. I know it sounds crazy because we're so used to hearing about, oh, if a coach is popular, they must be good. But while that's important, in your opinion, as facts, which is not true at all, I'm going to share with you three exposed secrets about this day game industry for the coaches that actually have Asperger's because they're former engineers. I'm going to revolutionize the way you think about social intelligence, like social skills and social calibrations. I am Johnny Leet. I am the world's best day game coach who has the most day game late testimonials during 2024. This is a fact. I have 54 day game late and po testimonials this year, when other coaches can only get one or zero. Which coaches are we talking about here for the Asperger engineers? Well, we're going to talk about some of them, like ABCs of low self esteem, former NASA engineer, canceled, queefing, Casanova, biotech engineer. You have Todd V, former engineer, tall self-proclaimed high late count coaches. They only have one day game late testimonials for these tall self-proclaimed guys, which they'll say, oh, I got 15,000 testimonials or 1,500 or whatever the fuck. But night game and Tinder, whatever. But day game and night game is the only one that counts because that is pickup. Tinder is not pickup. Tinder is just a bunch of pictures. Of course, the engineers love the Tinders. They love the Tinders because you only need 12 out of 35. 10 points just by being white and 2 points for a text game. Night game has 15 out of 35. Although it doesn't have social skills, it has more social calibrations. It doesn't have emotional control, it has more game. 15 out of 35 gets you late. Looks out of 10, money out of 5. Status out of 10, social skills, social calibrations, emotional control game, 2.5 points each. Day game is 20 out of 35. It has social skills and emotional control too. This is where the engineers love the Tinders and their night game, but only night game and day game counts as late testimonials. Even mystery method is very Asperger's, logical. So a lot of the coaches, they have literally 0 or 1. That means tall self-proclaimed coaches has 1 mystery method derivative, Asperger's syndrome, logical nonsense. And then also ABCs of low self-esteem, 1 in a Latin country by an Asian student. Who gives a shit? While these other coaches have 0 for 2024, they're posting old boot camp clips. Oh, big fucking deal if it's from, oh, they went to a USA country. I have like over 22 fucking documentaries on that. Big fucking deal. It's like, oh, I got a token Asian later, 2 of them. Who gives a fuck? I have like more than fucking 40 or 50 laid. So shut the fuck up. But these fucking engineers with their old testimonials, so they have 0 for this year, 0 for 2023. They only have like 2021 pandemic stuff and 2019 stuff from before. They recycle their old shit. It doesn't work in 2024. It doesn't work in 2023. I hope the audio is working. All right. So what should you do is that you should never listen to other dating coaches or day game coaches who are former engineers during the inflation for day game. Day game is 20 out of 35. Like I said, night game is only 15 out of 35. Tinder is 12 out of 35. Looks out of 10, money out of 5. Status out of 10. Social skills, 2.5 points. Social calibrations, 2.5 points. Emotional control, 2.5 points. Game, 2.5. And it's the former engineers that have no day game solutions. That's right. Unless you count mass approaching tactics like Todd V, or trying to use some kind of fucking tactics, or they're using alcohol crutches with heavy bedroom escalation. And you're like, what are you talking about, John? Heavy bedroom escalation? Here's the truth. Some of the coaches out there secretly talks to you on the sales call and they'll tell you, hey, do you want to celebrate after the boot camp with alcohol? And you're like, yeah, why not? So you buy a bottle of Jack Daniels. And when you buy a bottle of Jack Daniels, then they'll put it on their nightstand. And then when the student pull women home, they'll just say, use the alcohol and just keep it below a certain level so they don't get in trouble with the law. That is not skills. That is not skills at all. That is how they do it with their engineer kind of thinking. They engineer first principles, how to win without being ethical. And people are brainwashed by these old Daygame late and like these old Daygame boot camp, like fucking boot camp, bencho camp documentaries. Who gives a shit? You're being brainwashed by old shit because they don't have anything during the inflation for 2023, 2024. They only have old pandemic shit, which is super fucking easy, by the way. They're just spinning your wheels. All right. So basically, there's only one person here. Thank you for being here. They only get Tinder and night game lay testimonials like ABCs of low self-esteem. So any Asian can go to a Latin country and still get laid over there. It's super easy. Super, super easy. Okay. Let me just put here quickly. I'm back on YouTube Live. Get over there right now. All right, let's continue. So I'm going to share with you 3 exposed secrets about Daygame is 20 out of 35. Okay. Night game is 15 out of 35. And Tinder is 12 out of 35 for the fucking engineers that love their Tinder shit. Looks is out of 10. Money out of 5. Status out of 10. Social skills, social calibrations, and emotional control game 2.5. But they don't even have enough fucking game for 2024 for the engineers. The other, not just dating coaches, but Daygame coaches. Where the fuck are their testimonials? It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Because they're all a bunch of fraudsters. So now you guys can realize that they have no solution for Daygame, and they're just posting old shit. They have nothing during the 2024 inflation, nothing during 2023. Oh, but John, they're going to get in 2025 inflation. No, they're not. So if they're popular is like junk food. If they only manage to get one late testimonial, kind of like junk food. For example, you got 2 coaches, ABCs of low self-esteem, and you got tall self-proclaimed high lay count white coaches. The word coaches, plural, in my opinion, and statistically speaking, not my speculation, they only have one Daygame lay testimonial, unless I'm wrong. One's in a fucking Latin country, easier Latin country. The other one is a white guy getting a white girl in the United States. They talk a good game. They say they have 1,500 testimonials, but I don't count fucking Tinder because Tinder is a body count, not a lay count. Even people in India can swipe for you and send you the WhatsApp message. And there you go. That's a lay. Or you can use the AI to generate your images in a cool lifestyle. And then you get laid. How is that skills? How is that a lay count? That's a body count. What about women? The ones who are on the TikTok and stuff. And they're narcissistic. And they talk about how they bang 100 guys already 23 years old. With a high body count with narcissism. Later on, when they get older. You know, men don't even date them anymore or talk to them when they start to physically look older. And then they wonder, where's all the good guys? And they kept chasing the high value people. But that's not a lay count for these women. That's not skills. They just have to show up, be white, somewhat attractive, and then get validated. It's the same thing. And just because ABCs bring their students to Latin countries with their engineering mindset, they're 12 out of 35, does not mean that is actual skills. That just means it is basically going to a Latin country with a high status job, if you're an engineer, like they're Asians. And then you have a high status lifestyle compared to the local Colombians. And then you have like a third world money status advantage in Brazil. And then you have you have all these different advantages, exotic advantage. You're a different ethnicity. How is that skills? If you go over there and then you use these extra pieces of status to boost your own status or points, and then they're bragging, these fucking engineers are bragging about Tinder. What the fuck? And they only have one Daygame lay testimonials. They used to go 1,500 whatever testimonials. Well, if we take away all the Tinder and all the positive YouTube comments that are testimonials. Oh, I got over red pill. Testimonial. Oh, I got over black pill. Testimonial. That's not a testimonial. They didn't get any results. And how can we rely on people on YouTube? Who knows who are actually sending these messages? I'm not saying that they're all fake. But I'm just saying, is that a reliable source of testimonials? If you can't verify it, delay. You can't verify it. So why will you count that? And if you only count these engineers or former engineers, how they say they're so smart, and then they go back to, oh yeah, this is their leg count. No, body count. No, this is their leg count. It's the same fucking flow chart. 1,500, their results, the student results get better than anybody else. Nobody fucking counts body counts or Tinder. Engineer shit. Where's your pickup stuff? And it's like, oh, don't we have like a fraction now? Like fucking less than 50, maybe less than 40. But that's their actual students' leg count, not body count of the engineers. I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, they're so popular, John. So they must be right. Let's ignore all of John Elite's late testimonials for 2024, right? Just submit to authority like a bunch of sheeps. That's what you guys are thinking. Why not just be a bunch of sheeps? And I think that's wrong. Because when you ignore all my late testimonials this year, and you're acting super poor, and you're listening to these authorities, these press releases of ABCs of low self-esteem, these engineers, it's like, oh, look at them. They've been on the news. Well, what does the news have to do with them getting laid for Daygame? Nothing. What does the news even know about Daygame? The news, like fake news CNN, fake news ABC News, fake news MSNBC, just because you're on the news doesn't give you authority, because you're engineering, you seem like a nice person. If you look at the track record, only one student got laid in 2024 that's Asian. And then you have these other engineers that are posting some old shit, even if they posted Asians, are from like 2019, 2021, 2020 old fucking era. And they're recycling their engineered garbage. It doesn't even work in 2024, 2023. Absolute nonsense. You guys need to wake up. You got to wake up. The engineers do not have the solution, or former engineers. Or they say there are 1,500 testimonials, which is mostly Tinder body counts, not lay counts. Women can have body counts too. It's not skills. So it's not like day game and night game, which actually is pickup. And ABCs is getting less of that, is more on Tinder these days. They're bragging about, these fucking engineers are bragging about Tinder. And popularity, for some unknown reason, overrides all my late testimonials. I have 654, but their fucking Tinder and their fucking popularity, because they're platform scammers, like other Asian dating coaches and other people validating each other. Oh yeah, because they're popular, so these are the only junk food options. Excuse me, there are other better restaurants out there. You can't just depend on popularity. Oh, they have more subscribers. They have more sheeps. They have more Machiavelli manipulation. Engineers, they engineer the whole situation with their dark triad, personality disorder, or dark tetrad, which is sociopath, narcissism, Machiavelli manipulator, and sadism, depending on the coach. But then again, I'm going to show you a great way you can stop listening to former engineers like Todd V, for example. He has like 3 Daygame lay testimonials forever. When the students don't even get laid, they just approach for 6 months and eventually they bang a 4 out of 10. Congratulations. Or else you got tall self-proclaimed coaches who basically only has 1 Daygame lay testimonial, just one. The whole fucking year of 2024, the inflation seems to be taking away their student results. The inflation is destroying their student results, so they can just go back into the same flow chart. 1,500, their lay count, the student gets better results. No. Let's debunk this. 1,500 is not all lay testimonials from pickup. If we look at pickup, it's probably like less than 50 or less than whatever, less than 40. That's their actual results. Less than 40. You're like, whoa, that's very little. I'm just speculating. We can count them on the air if necessary. And we see which ones are day game and night game, and separate the Tinder and also the positive YouTube comments with the Aspergers. They make you sound like they're so fucking smart. They're like, oh yeah, they got 165 IQ. I have 175 IQ. My mother has 180 IQ. She's smarter than I am. She lost her fucking mind. Now she's a sociopath. But that's not the point. So big fucking deal about IQ. Yeah, it does help me to become the best day game coach. I'm not just the best day game coach. I actually have the most students laid for pickup. You're like, well, mystery back then. Mystery method. He has a lot of people laid. Well, he didn't collect the testimonials, and that's just night game. That's fucking 15 out of 35. That's not day game, 20 out of 35. Mystery has 0 for day game. Ross Jeffrey, 0. But mystery for the logical Asperger's monotone fucking tonality, 0 laid testimonials. But mystery's a guru. He's back then in 2023. Motherfucker. I started in 2001. You're like, bullshit. John, you look like a 21-year-old. How the fuck do you start at 2001? You are a 21-year-old looking guy right now, at least for today. Anyways, I get fatter sometimes, so my age varies by how fat I look. But today I look kind of skinnier, so I do look 21 years old. I know that, but I started 2001 before Mystery and Ross. I'm actually a first OG day gamer. They're not even day game; they're night game. But the fact that they can't get day game late testimonials is very suspicious. That debunks popularity and mystery methods, Asperger's, which other coaches like ABCs and tall self-proclaimed coaches uses. Even Todd V used something similar to build attraction, multiple dates, seduction lasts. Oh, but you got to sexualize it, you got to DHV it. These engineer mindsets, when they have no ability to flirt, they have no facial expressions, no emotional intelligence. Oh, they got to sexualize it. Oh, you got to DHV. You got to start touching. It's like they just bring their night game Asperger shit to day game. They have no idea what they're talking about. So, as I was saying, the first exposed secret is never listen to other day game coaches with Asperger syndrome who is former engineers. You're like, there's a lot of coaches that are former engineers. That's right. Because during the 2024 inflation, especially when women, you got to look at the psychology of women. How are they like? Don't you think their survival value is affected too? It's not just you guys that are broke. Not all of you are broke here in the audience, obviously. Some of you have jobs. But I do have a lot of the audience who are broke. And I do want the people that are not broke for my enlightened day game army. However, when you look at these people, right? And you look at ABCs and you look at all these people, they're logical. A lot of the people that can afford boot camps, for example, their students, ABC students, these crazy rich Asians, they can afford boot camps. Almost all the people that can afford boot camps right now are all engineers. 100% of them are probably some type of logical engineer. You guys can't afford it. Level 1 people can barely afford Elite 30. They can only afford they can't even afford a $5 Elite day game first steps. They're that poor. But this is level 1. Level 2, they can afford $1,000 or roughly around Elite Bundle 2, $900. Level 3 can spend thousands of dollars. Their boot camps are $8,600 for a 10-day boot camp when they're posting old engineered shit from 2021 or 2019 and they're giving authority. Oh, they got one Asian laid or 2. Who gives a fuck? I got way more Asians laid than that. And they got ABCs who only got one Asian laid for day game in a fucking third world country like Mexico or Peru. Big fucking deal. Or tall self-proclaimed coaches that only has one student laid the entire year, talking a good game, talking a really great game. Oh yeah, 1,500 testimonials. Not all of them are laid. Delete all the YouTube ones. Not even like YouTube comments. Delete all the ones that YouTube not verified. Delete all the Tinder stuff because it's not a fucking lay count. It's a body fucking count. Body count. That's not a lay count. It doesn't count. And then you look at Queefing Cancel Casanova, just nothing but night game shit. Not even day game. They have no solutions to this problem. They're all engineers. They have no social intelligence. That's a big secret. This is important because other Asian dating coaches were former engineers or biotech engineers. That's right. They have no social skills and social calibrations. They have no social intelligence. They have one day game late testimonial. That's it. This year. And 0 for the others. They're posting 2021 shit using alcohol crutches. This is the secret of how they do it. They in-ear coach you But before that, they tell you on the sales call, do you want to celebrate with them in the boot camp afterwards by having a drink? So you say, well, why not celebrate with the coach? So you buy yourself a bottle of Jack Daniels. Now you have it on your nightstand. And when they in your coach you to pull women back home, guess what they tell you to do afterwards? They tell you to escalate her super hard, use your bottle of alcohol, and then when you get her drunk enough, then you can escalate super hard below a certain level. And that's how they're able to get their documentaries. And here's the thing though, you never see the students get laid. There's only like 3 fucking pictures that they censored of the students getting laid. So there's not proof. Number 2, besides those 3, you only see 3 women's faces and they call them models. Every single one, they always bang a model. But you look at their faces, they're like 7 out of 10 or 7.1, 7.3 at most. My students are banging 9s and 10s nonstop. You can see their faces all the time. You can see exactly what my students are banging. So therefore, they're getting way above their looks level. This is what happens when I'm not a fucking Asperger's engineer. I even tried to get a diagnosis for Asperger's, and I can show you the documentations. I went for mental assessments with psychiatrists, Asperger's specialists, psychologists, counselors. Do not do that kind of diagnosis. I went to every single one of them. And now I'm a therapist for mental trauma cure. But they tried every single like one of them. I burn out all their brains. And also they say John does not have Asperger's because he's too bright. These Asperger people are dim-witted. That's what he tried to say. The specialist, this guy who I went, he was from the United States. He came to Canada to do these diagnoses year after year for Canadians in BC. And he was the one that came out with Adderall. A lot of you are probably, not all of you, but some of you are taking Adderall. He was the one that brought Adderall. He says it was used for horses or something like that, cleaning equipment or something like that. But they're able to use the same fucking supplement in multiple uses. I think he said something like that. It was originally used for something else, but they found it can be used for ADHD. And guess what? Well, what do you think about the black pill? I think black pill is bullshit. So we'll talk about that later. But let me get through the engineers first, okay? Because somehow ABCs are able to use black pill and red pill to go to third world countries by boosting their muscles. They're just like working out like crazy to boost their muscles, and they have no social skills, social calibrations. Therefore, when they go to a third world country like Latin countries, they just have to swipe on Tinder. They don't need these things. So maybe for the black pill, most of you guys have a cortisol problem. That's why you guys are having very narrow shoulders, which is very unattractive to women. You need a V shape. Second of all, you're affected by the cortisol stress. You can see in your face. That's why you see people like wheat waffles and stuff. They're always like stressed out. But we're getting off topic. So as we're saying, so others only got a lay testimonial from Latin countries. Boot camp are using alcohol crutches and heavy bedroom escalation on drunk women, or mass approaching with tactics. It's like, oh yeah, you got to sexualize it, and then you got to touch her, and then you got to be physical, you got to use DHV stories, and you got to say, can I meet you real quick? And then you got to like sexualize. It's like, shut up. You got to set up dates, and you got to set up dates to your house. Like, one lay testimonials. DHV stories are debunked. Half-assed, like halfway sexualization, not flirting, is debunked. Setting dates to the house, none of their students got laid, debunked. Setting up dates, debunked. Go for same-day lays, like my student. Stupid. Engineers have no fucking idea what they're talking about. That's the problem. These nerdy fucking engineers. I could post more lay testimonials now, you know, of Asians getting laid and stuff. We can, do you want to do this, or you want to go and continue like having me explain to you about the situation? Because if you guys need proof, right, just look at my fucking testimonial page. You can't miss it. 654 laid in protests. You can't miss it. There's just too fucking many. There's too many testimonials. So much fucking proof. I could call another student right now, and he can just validate it's all true because they see it in the inner circle when their classmates get laid. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. And all these new videos, right? Just, you guys are just ignoring it and just getting brainwashed by old fucking bootcamp documentaries. The inflation became harder. As soon as 2023 and 2024 hit, those years have been the hardest for Daygame. Give it a thumbs up. Help the algorithms. Help me reach more people. 2023, 2024 was so fucking hard. Other day game coaches could not get students laid. ABC's got nobody laid until now. It took 2 fucking years during inflation to get laid. Self-proclaimed high lay count guy, very few lay testimonials, if any. Like literally less than 10 in total for day game. And I know because I taught their students before, and one of their students said like, "Oh, they don't even believe in day game. It's an afterthought. It's always about Tinder and whatever." It's like I know, and the stupid day game, they're like laughing all the time. Ha, 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 ha. But that was actually a tactic. When you have no emotional intelligence, they're laughing to ease the tension. I know all the tactics. Oh, you spin her around and then you try to sexualize it. I know every fucking tactic they use. Doesn't fucking work. That guy got 0 lays until he trained here. He has more than 10 lays now because it didn't work for a 5'5" Indian. Well, it might work for their Indian, but didn't work for the other Indian before. So what do you say about that? So that's ridiculous. But it's like, oh, it works because now they have a bald fucking Indian who goes from day game, right? From other coaches. Now they're using fucking Tinder and they're calling it results. These fucking engineers are insane. They're insufferable. They just use the same thing all the time. 1,500, their lay count. No, body count, not lay count. And then they go right into like nobody has student results. You're calling fucking Tinder as results? Are you kidding me? Tinder is not fucking results. Tinder is just swiping and stupid pictures. You can use AI images now in the background as your 6 pictures with your face on it, and then you get better results. That's not fucking skills. That's not a lay count. That's a body count. Tinder doesn't count. Only day game and night game counts. But here's the problem with ABCs and queefing canceled Casanova. They can only get night game lay testimonials or Tinder. Where's the day game stuff? Only one for ABCs, just one for engineers. Engineers are Aspergers, most of them. The second exposed secret is day game is harder than night game. Harder than Tinder. The main thing to understand here is that most of the Aspergers dating coaches will foist Tinder on you first. But Tinder isn't code approach like day game and night game. You have to physically approach for those two. Day game is harder because you need 20 out of 35. Night game, you need 15 out of 35. Since you can't use social skills in a loud nightclub, you cannot use emotional control. You cannot relax because there's loud music, alcohol everywhere. Just body language and game tactics. That's why they say, oh yeah, you gotta be physical, you gotta touch, you gotta. My students don't even have to fucking touch to get a same day lay. Ridiculous. So it's just body language and game tactics. Tinder is 12 out of 35. You just need to be white. Just be white, 2 points just by texting, and you get laid with good pictures. But now AI can create those pictures for you, or the lazy Asians with lower natural status of 1 out of 10. And I'm not talking about going to some fucking New York place before like 2019 or 2021 or 2019, most likely. Some old fucking boot camp, bench old camp clips. Who gives a fuck? It's super easy before. Look how many late testimonials I have of Asians. Super fucking easy. And where's their fucking 2023, 2024 late testimonials for former engineers? Zero. They're just recycling old shit and people are getting brainwashed. Ridiculous. Because of popularity and false authority and alcohol maxing. So, the lazy Asians, right, with a lower natural status of 1 out of 10, they go to these ABCs of Aspergers boot camps. And they go to third world countries like Latin countries. Now they have a money and status advantage. They have a lifestyle advantage. They have a high status job advantage compared to the locals. And then now they're not like 1 out of 10 anymore. They're like 4 out of 10. And they're swiping in the Latin country. And due to their Aspergers, they'll go through hundreds of rejections, but they'll have like hundreds of matches, nearly 1,000 matches. And they might get laid with 1 to 4 of them. And they pay like $6,000 plus the trip. They're spending over $10,000 to get over to Colombia. Oh, no, they don't go Colombia. They actually go to fucking Mexico and they go to Peru. Peru, a fucking cheap place full of short Latinos and Latinas. Like a fucking peasant country. And they're getting, like, they're bragging about that. Give it a thumbs up if you're learning something. There's only one thumbs up. It's not going to be good for the algorithms so far. There's only 6 people that viewed this fucking clip. Only 6 people. I don't know. That's not good. Maybe I'll just write this again, right? Only 6 views, right? Okay. Where the fuck are you guys, right? Less views, less YouTube lives, right? This could be the last. Yeah, maybe this is the last one. Fuck you guys. I'll just, not you guys, but the other people. Maybe I'll just make it my second channel and just move it to the first one. If you guys don't care, if you're indifferent, then why should I be here? I know they censored me on YouTube for a while, and I could not make this YouTube live until now. But like I said, Tinder isn't the same as Daygame. It is not the same as pickup. It is not a lay count. It's a body count. This means the mystery method is very Asperger's, monotone. Hey, I'm mystery. How's it going? How's it going? A mystery. It has no social intelligence. It's only good enough for 15 out of 35 night game because mystery styles do not get a lot of day game lay testimonials. Like tall self-proclaimed high lay count guy coaches using mystery method derivatives do not get students laid. And look at maybe just one of them this year. And then you look at other ABCs, only one from a fucking Latin country. One. And that's a funny thing. They cannot crack day game because they're Aspergers. Asperger syndrome have a high functioning autism. They have social awkwardness. They don't have social skills. They only get one lucky or one lucky lay with a student or 0 in 2021 for old boot camp shit with expired alcohol crutches. So the third exposed secret is that the Aspergers is the level 3 audience are the enablers. You're like, well, what does that mean, level 3, John? So there's 3 different levels in terms of students. So who are the ones who are supporting these Aspergers engineer dating coaches? Who are the people doing that? Are the people that are Aspergers? During this inflation, a lot of you guys don't have a lot of money. That's the truth. A lot of you guys don't have a lot of money. So therefore, you can barely afford the $5 elite day game for steps because you're in 4-figure and 5-figure debt. I know. You can't even afford elite 30, even though I wrote a new sales letter. You should check it out. And you should check out my blog. I'm having less views lately. I keep posting students getting laid, but people don't care. Because it's not that they don't care. They do care. They see the lay testimonials. They're just poor. So we call this level 1. It's not to criticize. There are some people out there that are poor. This, even in the biblical times, there are poor people. Nothing's going to change generation after generation. So we call this level 1. Level 0 is like in debt, homeless. Level 1 over here. Level 1 means they can barely afford elite 30. They just can afford like maybe a $5 course or maybe like less than one, like $50 course. That's it. Level 2, they can afford up to $1,000. These are the people that buys elite bundle 2 for $900. They can afford up to $1,000 at most. They will not spend a single penny over $1,000. You're like, really? So you're saying there's a psychology behind this? Yes, there's a psychology behind the people that are spending this. What about level 3, John? You're talking about level 3. They are the enablers, the crazy rich Asian, Asperger, autistic engineers that likes to go to Latin countries because these engineers are extremely lazy. The reason why their students do not come over here for day game, well, only one of them did, and I got him laid twice. Like one same day lay with a redhead white girl, and then another fucking lay. I wonder if he's actually available. Maybe I can call him or something. I'm not sure if I should do that. Okay. So, oh no, he's not even online yet. He didn't even see my message. He has to work all day, but he was diagnosed with Asperger's too. Almost all of ABCs of low self-esteem audience or queefing cancel Casanova when they're charging $50,000 to go to Latin countries to pull underage girls. You remember the video, right, that I made? These are all level 3 engineers. They're making money as engineers so they can afford it. Since they can afford it, these are the people they get, all Aspergers. All of you are left out in the code. Either you're a day game enthusiast who might take boot camps for white dating coaches and get fucking scammed. Those guys are autistic, not Aspergers. They're not logical. They just make you do mass approaches. But all the other level 3 people for ABCs, crazy rich Asians, they all take their boot camps and they go overseas and swipe on Tinder, gets nearly 1,000 matches just automatically being Asian in a fucking cheap, poor third world country. Big fucking deal. In a third world country, these Asperger engineers, they can afford this shit. They're so Aspergers, that's why they can pay like $10,000 easily or $50,000 for these boot camps, these bencho camps. We're watching every day. My sets don't express genuine desire to get to know me. What's wrong? That's a long ass question. So I'll try to answer it along the way. Okay? I'll tell you what's wrong because you're going direct. You have no social calibration, social skills, like these other coaches that are teaching these Asperger engineers, and you have no social skills whatsoever. You have no emotional control. You're using game tactics. And what's happening is, for Edward, okay, I'm the only one with consistent day game laid and post testimonials. I posted a student getting married. I just posted another Jewish white student who just got laid. And the thing was that with the other Jewish white student, it doesn't matter if they say they have boyfriends. You're not getting laid from it, but it's not your fault. A lot of these Asperger dating coaches, most of their statistics for their students are 0 late testimonials in 2024. So who cares if they get positive reactions? And they're also only one for ABCs of attraction in a Latin country. And one for a tall, self-proclaimed highly count guy coach who says you need to DHV, you need to sexualize it, you need to touch, set up dates to the house, set up dates. All this is wrong. Most of the day game industry are fooling you. Or you have other coaches out there posting 2021 stuff in bootcamp clips. That means statistically this year, I'm the only one getting students laid. And we're at near the end of the year. And nobody gives a fuck when I keep getting them laid and posting one after another. That means whatever you're learning before game has expired. You need social skills, social calibrations, emotional control. You should look towards Elite 30 from hard case to hero. Look up my course, Elite 30. Go to my sales letter, look up Elite 30, and start training there. Start with the social skills, social calibrations. Replace that instead of game. Because looks is out of 10, money is out of 5, status is out of 10, social skills, social calibrations 2.5, emotional control 2.5, game 2.5. 20 out of 35 equals automatically dick wet. 20 out of 35. Right now, you're probably like 10 out of 35. Maybe even 7 out of 35 compared to your other friends. Your other friends are probably closer to like 12 out of 35, and they're getting fucking demolished out there. My students are getting laid nonstop. Success leaves clues. Fuck listening to Asperger coaches. Stop listening to them. They have no track record, and they're getting false authority with these global networks, platform scammers. That's why you're stuck. But the people that can afford it are not the level 1 or level 2 guys. It's the level 3 guys who can afford thousands of dollars at these other dating coaches boot camps. And even my more expensive programs, like 3 months of proficiency, Elite 60 and Kaizen programs are like level 2. Only Elite or 3 months of proficiency bundle is level 3. Level 3 are people that can spend thousands of dollars. Level 2, they barely spend anything. Level 2, they'll spend $1,000. Level 3, they'll spend like a couple of thousand to $50,000 with a coach. Seriously. You're like, bullshit. No, these engineers have this kind of money. They want to go to Latin countries and swipe on Tinder. They can afford $50,000, $8,600, $10,000 for like UFO, UMP bullshit that doesn't even work because they're white. White is right in their mind. So they automatically have authority like sheeps and they trust because of the inflation with the current far left administration. Hopefully my speech does not get cut out. Okay. Let me know if my speech gets cut out by saying this. But due to the current inflation caused by the far left policies, a lot of people thought it's okay to be low functioning. So therefore, they're more delusional. They half-ass everything, so they go towards game like you do. when they go towards game and they start doing the wrong path to sociopath, they listen to the wrong people. And they say, oh, I listen to you too, John. I listen to all these other fucking platform scammers. No, you cut them out because they're like a bunch of weeds that are growing in this nice garden that's supposed to grow something nice. You cut out the fucking weeds. You pull out the weeds. You get rid of the fucking weeds. Then you only listen to me, the only person that gets people laid consistently. The only person who gets people laid month after month, year after year, even during the inflation, is the only ones you should listen to, which is me, the only option. So if you're asking me that question and you're getting brainwashed by other coaches, maybe you deserve it. People are so delusional. They don't even look at my late testimonials anymore. They don't even look at it. They just ignore it and they just assume the other coaches have it. They don't have it. Wake up. Wake up, everyone. Otherwise, you're not going to know. Those guys are level 3. Of course, they're going to pay for $10,000 boot camp. That's just how much they make in a month for the engineers, around 8,000 to 10,000. So it's like, well, whatever, 10,000. Ben showed the money away. This is a small price to pay. For you guys, $10,000 is huge. I used to make $10,000 a month. Well, not anymore, but still, I'll get back up there. Inflation is affecting my business, but it's not affecting theirs. For the engineers, the entrepreneurs, all the rich people can afford all that shit. So I use love systems. Oh, you're using the fucking Aspergers mystery method shit. You're proving my point. Oak Bart, you have proven my point. My whole point today was to criticize listening to a bunch of Aspergers, logical engineers. You're using love systems, which is a derivative of mystery method. I know, because I myself have field tested every system. Love system is mystery method derivative. Doesn't work during the inflation 2023, 2024. You've been fucked by love systems. I know there's stupid steps. They have like 3 triangles and you try to maneuver them and you try to, use tactics and you try to like build attraction, but you keep trying to move them back to their place. I get it. So it goes beyond mystery. But that's not effective. DHV stories don't work for little short Asians. I doubt you're a little ethnic. Women don't believe you. They don't believe you. My students do not use a single DHV story and they still get laid even faster. So mystery is Asperger's. He's the one who taught the other former engineers, or they're using their system. So therefore, love system is just keep that night game shit. There's 15 out of 35 shit to night game. No. You dress like that, you're not husband material, you're going to be getting the fuckboy frame. That's the problem. Just like the fuckboy same day lay frame, or, a quick sex guy. Poor guy, like a fucking Gen Z. They get disqualified. But that's the poor people. This numbers game no longer works because women have like a problem with their mind because they have survival value issues. When they have more survival value issues, they have more objections. So when you start dressing like a fuckboy, then the next frame is called the romantic boyfriend-girlfriend frame. That's frame number 2. Most people don't fit in that frame. You use romantic sexual flirts. Romantic. Most of us Asians don't fit in with that frame. So the only thing they can do in their boot camps or benchode camps, which expired in 2021 pandemic, is that they can pull the woman home, get her drunk, because they tell the students in the sales call if they want to have a drink with them afterwards to celebrate. And when they do say, like, oh, listen, you pull her back home, use the alcohol there, escalate her super hard. They're brute forcing it because it doesn't work. Then you have the next frame, which is the friend zone social circle. So that's not where you're trying to stay in with the ripped jeans and stuff. It doesn't work in that way. Then you have the husband material, which I dress at. All my students, they all are husband material. Every single one of us. Whitewash husband material. They get laid in 1 to 6 approaches. That's it. 1 to 6. There's no even need for a numbers game. If it's all 1 to 6, and they're actually practicing like a flywheel or a water wheel, the more they practice, the more they charge that generator or battery, then they can raise their social skills, social calibrations, emotional control. They don't need as much fucking game tactics. But you are, however, you're just going to be mass approaching over and over, right? With your ripped jeans and your leather jacket, and you're LMSing it. It's like a looks money status. And then you can't even get past the fucking date. You can't even get you get a boyfriend objection You don't fit in the boyfriend and girlfriend frame. You don't even fit in the quick sex frame. When women are bothered by the inflation of 2023, 2024, and then you try to mass approach numbers game. You think if you make 10,000 approaches, you're going to get laid. Yeah, maybe if you're in fucking Colombia. You try that in 2024, the hardest year, where my students have 54 laid in poll testimonials. It's easy for them. They charge a generator. They raise those 7.5 points. Social skills, 2.5. Social calibrations, 2.5. Emotional control, 2.5. They're above 20 out of 35. And they dress husband material. They don't get rejected. They don't understand what rejection is because women all wants to get married. You look at all those red pill women that are on YouTube and they're always saying, oh, no guy wants to marry me. And they start crying about it. They say, what happened, right? Well, because they rejected all the good guys. They ran through all of them on Tinder. Most women are not like that. They don't act like a bunch of whores. That's bullshit. Whenever Red Pill says, oh, women are all like that, those are the only ones that show up on the social media, the narcissistic women. They're all a small percentage of the population, maybe 4 to 10% of the population. The other 90% women do not have a high lay count. They want to get married. So if you're husband material, dressed like my students, then you don't need to play a numbers game, but you still need to charge the fucking flywheel, the battery, to get the skill points, 20 out of 35, and they collect the lays over and over. It's just a matter of self-esteem. You need enough self-esteem to put water on the flywheel to practice over and over and not be procrastinating, lazy, bench-holding idiots. The ones with the fucking double chin, the Indians or the whatever, they have double chins. They don't fucking practice. They disappear because they have no self-esteem and they're Aspergers. That's why they love boot camps. Oh, they love their UMP, UFO boot camps, UAP. Oh, they love their bencho camps from other coaches of their same ethnicity. Oh, they love the white dating coaches boot camps. These engineers can afford it. But they don't even get laid from the UFO company. Even Middle Eastern people. You don't see any lay testimonials. They're all fucking sucking their dicks off and they're not getting laid. People are delusional now because the far left mentality of mediocrity. The next frame is called the high status frame, right? Celebrity status. And the last one, seeking arrangements, sugar daddy frame. Don't use seeking arrangements and that shit, the sugar daddy shit. But those are the 6 frames. So when you're trying to fit in the fuckboy frame with your ripped jeans and everything, this is the fastest way to get knocked the fuck out by women, one after another. You'll be knocked the fuck out, rejected over and over. Boom. You'll be rejected so many times, you're going to experience a hell by your mentality of thinking, oh yeah, if you wear that, you're going to experience the worst fucking hell in 2024. And here's the problem. The inflation is going to go back up in 2025. The engineers, the level 3 people, they can afford this shit. They don't give a fuck. They're not in survival mode. You're going to be stuck there with your ripped jeans and whatever, and you're going to go in the fucking inflation in the battlefield when women are affected and they have 10 times more objections. My students can overcome them. They know how to loop it. It's not just some compliance threshold. Asperger's bullshit where there's like, oh yeah, you need to have compliance threshold. And then when she gives an objection, there's like a flow chart with 14 different objections or some Asperger bullshit. That's like a karate chop. No, my objections have to grab them in the gi, the uniform, by using statements of empathy. I cannot teach you here. Then you have to loop the objections until the objection is thrown over your shoulders like judo. And then she says, okay, but you have to sexualize it, not just half-assed like they do with their Aspergers. You have to sexualize it 1,000%. Then you get the sexual objections to deal with, and then you'll have sex with them. Maneuver, including flirting, all that shit when they talk more. Sexualization to the fucking max. Objections, looping of the sexual objections. Fuck the logistical objections. You don't just go, oh, I'm going to seat the pole here. That's night game shit. That's 15 out of 35 engineer Asperger shit. Doesn't fucking work. It's all bullshit. This is why they have one Daygame lay testimonial. If they say, oh, that's wrong, John, you're saying some false statement. It's not false, is it? We can look at, I remember what testimonial, unless you have more than one, I don't think so. Then they're talking a great game. Then do I have a point? It's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I only seen one for the whole year. Same with ABCs. And you're using love systems, right? A mystery method. They're all mystery method, all connected. Mystery is Asperger's. Mystery is holding everyone hostage. This is for the Asperger logical engineer fucking logical people. All right. As I was saying, these guys, if they can fucking afford $8,600 bench hold camp or a $50,000 Latin tour, queefing cancel Casanova boot camp, going to Latin countries, this is key because Asians, right? These engineers, these Asian dating coaches or these other former engineer coaches, and then you have the audience, which is crazy rich Asian engineers. They are the enablers. Because of them, they enable these boot camps and these world tours in Latin countries because of the funding. While the rest of you can't afford shit except ripped jeans and mass approaching, you're going to get fucking demolished out there. So you never thought about training with me because you're still brainwashed by them. I also wear a toque, right? It's like a beanie if you're in America. Well, congratulations on never getting laid dressing like a poor homeless person. You'll never get laid. I guarantee you. Like, I'll prove you wrong, John. I'll do 10,000 approach. You won't get laid in 2024. Go make your 10,000 approaches now. If you're wearing a toque, right? American, and you're dressing like a poor homeless person versus a husband material, you have zero chance of success. You're like, I'll prove you wrong, John. No, you won't. I have like the most late testimonials for Daygame. You don't know what you're talking about. You're too delusional to train with me. Low self-esteem. Number one, delusional. Number two, half-assing things. Mass approaching. Boyfriend objection. Of course you get boyfriend objection. You think my students ever experienced a boyfriend objection? No. They don't even know what a boyfriend objection is. You think they ever experienced a shit test? No. Because they're congruent. You think they ever experienced like objections in the bedroom? Sometimes. Not always. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So, as I was saying, delusions, half-assing it, the wrong path to sociopath. In 4 months, it blows up in your face. In the next 4 months, when you're using your toque and your ripped jeans, it's going to blow up in your face and you're going to quit. And then you're going to get depressed. And then you're going to try again a second time. In 4 months, you're going to quit again, take a break. And then in the next 4 months of low self-esteem, it's always 4 months, isn't it? Then you're going to quit Daygame. We'll never hear from you again. You should have trained here. You're too delusional and low self-esteem to train here. You can't afford it by the sounds of things. You're level 1 student or potentially level 2. But you never invest in yourself. And people like you never listen to me. I won the election just like Donald Trump. I got the most. I won every swing state. I won every single thing. I beat every other coach. How many times do they need to be beaten? How many fucking late testimonials do all the other coaches, like the students, need to see? Level 3 keeps going to the popular coaches who are former engineers. They're always stuck because the engineers are Aspergers. Aspergers have social impairment. That's the problem. So, as I was saying, when they're coach, these are the fucking enablers, the crazy rich Asians. They think they're engineers or the coach is a former engineer. So they have some kind of solidarity. Like, oh, they're the same thing. So might as well go to a coach that's an engineer. They understand us. No, they don't have social intelligence. They only have alcohol maxing, going to third world country, or using some fucking Tinder shit in a fucking third world country, or just using Tinder for a white person with a 10 out of 10 perceived natural status. Is that the only solution is fucking Tinder? Always Tinder. There's no Daygame solutions. It's always a third world Latin country or just fucking Tinder. 12 out of 35. Night game, like 15 out of 35 to get over the line of fuckability. Daygame, 20 out of 35. And my students can do it because they have the skills. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's all about popularity, the false authority. They validate each other, John. They're popular, so therefore they need each other's validation. Listen, I don't need validations from these fucking scammers because they're not on the same level as me. If I have 54 Daygame laid and pull testimonials this year, and they have like 1 or 0, and they're just scamming and brainwashing like fake news, CNN, MSNBC, why would I need their validation? Why would I need their validation? They need my validation because they're scammers. They actually are a bunch of engineers, logical or autistic fucks. Autistic people love to play a numbers game because they're zombies half-assing it with game tactics. The Aspergers, however, they love to be logical and using these tactics. Oh, DHV stories. They're gonna push pull. They're gonna self-amuse, and they're gonna fucking, none of that shit works. If you want to get like a 4 out of 10 ugly woman, then yeah, that'll work. If you're like at least a 7 out of 10, if you want to go below, but not during this year, 2024 is not going to work. Is it going to work? Like, you can wait until the economy gets better. 2025, in my predictions have all been accurate. There's going to be like a rise in inflation because of the lower interest rates. It's going to be a delayed reaction. So we're looking around like maybe early mid-year that interest rates will go back up, and then inflation is going to be high. And then now you realize game is going to be harder. And I'm going to be the only one still getting them laid in 2025. Every year, month after month, year after year, I get them laid during inflation. You're talking to the world's best day game coach. You're like, you're not the best. Prove it, motherfucker. You show me one person that's better than me in student results. Nobody, because they're all fucking scammers. 0 late testimonials or 1 or some old shit. Fuck you. How is that the best? No, fuck these people. These people are all scammers. They should be investigated. They don't know what they're talking about. Their game is not going to survive 2024 or 2025. Their Asperger's game. Now you realize that game was all a scam all along. Sure, some pickup artists bang a 4 out of 10 or 5 out of 10 once in a while, and 3 out of 10s. Sure, by playing a numbers game before that inflation. Not anymore. But then you start to realize that, oh, shit, if it's all game tactics, all these Asperger tactics, and it doesn't work anymore, game was all a scam. The real secret was social skills, social calibrations, emotional control. 7.5 points towards your 20 out of 35. That's 1/3. Right fashion already raises your points. Whitewash makes Indians higher in score. Not 2 out of 10 bench-hold Indians. They become 4 out of 10. It's simple math. Money, right? Have like a watch that's like very expensive. Of course, not every watch is going to work. Not every watch is going to work. This algorithm. I have elevator shoes to boost my height. It's all a fucking algorithm. 20 out of 35. It's the reason why the other coaches cannot get it, because their alcohol crutches have expired in 2021, 2019. They're just showing old shit, recycled, smelly fucking garbage. Smelly bench-holding garbage. No one gives a fuck. I'm posting month after month, but people are brainwashed by smelly fucking garbage. Old shit, molded like crazy, like expired like milk. They don't know what they're talking about. This is the first year that exposed all the other fucking engineers that their game no longer works. It's all expired. It's all bullshit. It's all lies. Game is expired in 2024, 2025. For you, with your toque that you're wearing. You can wait until 2026 and play a numbers game. Then it'll work again. Then people will say, oh, it's all game. But before that, before 2025 is over, during Donald Trump, 2026 is going to be a golden age. As I can see, I'm psychic. 2027, 2020, this is going to be extremely good for the economy. But before then, this year is going to be tough. And 2025 is going to be really tough. So what's going to happen, in my predictions, is that the far left is going to lose the elections for the 2028. Right now, because of the far left policies, they're going to slightly crash the economy. Donald Trump is going to rescue it. The plane's going to go back up slowly. The tariffs on Canada is going to remain. Same with Mexico. Mexico will be a richer country. Even though they have huge tariffs, they'll start to grow for once in their life for Latinos. Europe is going to be right-wing, and they're going to kick out all the Middle Easterns and all the Latinos too. They're going to go to Spain and Asia. That's what I see. They're still going to, in Iran, they're still going to attack. Israel's still going to attack the nuclear facilities. The end of the war will be 2025. 2025 at the end. Same with Russia. Ukraine's going to give up Donbass and a little bit of Crimea, but Donbass mostly. And then they're not going to join NATO. And Donald Trump's going to negotiate, but that's end in 2025. They're going to fight for the rest of this year. So the economy and the wars are going to be bad. And your day game is going to be tough with your toque and your numbers game. It's not going to work. Because women are going to have a lot of objections. I hope that makes sense. And they say in 2040 or something, 50 or maybe 40-something% women will be single and not married. I think that's true. The narcissistic women who took men for granted are going to be wiped out. Narcissism is the biggest death trap, delusions. And right now you're listening with your delusions to the Asperger coaches. This is why you're all stuck. Asperger syndrome is not the solution. In fact, it's not all about popularity and false authority, and they validate each other, platform scammers. They cannot give each other false authority. Like, look at Mystery Method from the love systems and all that shit. What has Mystery done for Daygame? He has no fucking clue. Has 0 late testimonials for Daygame. I don't even think he can Daygame without doing magic tricks. But people give him authority because, oh, he's an OG. I started 2 years before Mystery. Hey, fuck you, John. That's bullshit. No way you're like... 2001 is when I started in university. I even have the documentation. I went to art school in university. But John, you look like you're 21. Oh, look at my hair. Well, I dyed it out, but you can see like bits of white hair everywhere. See? Most of my hair is white. It's gonna grow back. Let's see if I can get closer. I'm actually older. I'm not saying I'm older than Mystery or people like that. I just don't physically age. I'm like immortal. I still have my hair. Can you see it? The white everywhere. See that? So if all my hairs over here are like white, right? And black, you can see it. And you can see a percentage. 35% of my hairs or 40% are white. All white. I'm the OG. I'm actually the original gangster. I'm not 21. I just physically live in a 21-year-old body. How can I deal with jealousy towards my wingman? Does your wingman doesn't get laid, so it doesn't matter if they're just getting positive reactions. Fuck your wingman. My students are getting laid. You should be jealous of my students. All right, as I'm saying now, I'm hopefully that you guys understand you should not like just listen to popularity and false authority. They validate each other. Well, the tricky thing is that they are like fake news, CNN and MSNBC, manipulating you with false authority because you are weak. You're weak-willed and you need to fucking worship. You're built to worship like a bunch of fucking sheeps. They didn't get students laid for Daygame this year. Their authority should be revoked until they can consistently show it this year. They can't. But you guys are the enablers. So I have this 3 months of proficiency bundle. If you guys want to stay, I'm going to pitch my course. This is a level 3 course. If you guys not afford it, then just leave. This is 3 months of proficiency. So if you want to stay, then listen. All right? I'm pitch it. I'm looking for more students for 3 months of proficiency. So I created a 3 MP bundle or 3 months of proficiency bundle. You can get all from my Daygame digital products in it, my online training courses, excluding the boot camps or bencho camps, and which is more suitable for engineers, these level 3 students who uses this to get married or to find a life partner, who needs more help, who have Aspergers, who couldn't keep up with the other non-Asperger students. So it's not only more affordable than the former engineer boot camps of Asperger's or alcohol crutches or thorough money status advantage, Tinder and night game bullshit. It's also suitable for Asians and Indians and minorities who get brainwashed by this UAP company or UMP, who gets 0 results for Indians, sucking off white authority. Or they go to other Asian dating coaches like ABC's platform scammers, who get some no Daygame results except for one in a fucking Latin country. Big fucking deal. And they go to Tinder. Like, you don't even need fucking ABCs to go to Tinder. Just buy a fucking plane ticket, go to Latin America and start swiping. And try not to get scopomined, you know, when they fucking drug you and shit. Instead of focusing on closing, you know, but on opening, Here, you learn how to do clothes and stop being so Aspergers with Night Game or Tinder taking shortcuts. It's making other Asians quit Daygame. That's the problem with these Asperger engineers. They're making Asians quit Daygame due to the inflation when engineers can afford boot camps. But the rest of you can't afford shit. So what this is going to do is to get all the engineers on the program that is proven to work. It works very well for Asian engineer monotone Asperger fucks, and Indian engineers too. A lot of Indian engineers, they get married or they get engaged with this program. They need more help. And go to the end game for the Indians, which is getting married. 3 months of proficiency is good, or Asians getting a white girl. And I, as the world's best day game coach, who has 652 laid-in poll testimonials for day game. Actually, no, it's 654. This is like written a few days ago. Fucking, I have month after month, year after year. I know what I'm talking about, unlike these former engineers who are Aspergers themselves, who are false authority, worse than fake news CNN, MSNBC. They have 0 or 1 late testimonials consistently. I mean, look at this, okay? I mean, think for a second. Okay? I already gotten like this other student late. Just like a few days ago. And he's an Asperger type. He's very logical. So let me show you. It's in the community section. Right here. It's hard to see her, but that's her body over there. You see her ass and everything. It's all censored. It'll be fine. And then he pulled the other day. That's what happens when he doesn't practice the drills. They get better because of drills, not mass approaching. This is the problem with you. You're like approaching like you're running up a hill without any fucking skills. No social skills, no social calibrations, no emotional control. And you're jealous of your friends who ran up the hill just a little bit further and not get laid and get their heads shot off at a later point. My students, they run through the battlefield. They don't even get hurt. They completely dominate the battlefield. And then before that, another student over here, he gets fucking married. He cheats on his wife with a woman. And he makes like, he got from $17,000 in debt to fucking, he's making $44,000 in his bank account at that time when he sent me this. And he got a separate lay there in the United States. What the fuck? And I post all these testimonials, people don't care. Then I post another student who got laid in one approach from New York. And then he gets a white buddy in 1 week or something, in less than 6 approaches. And here was a tall, self-proclaimed, highly account guy student. Hold on a second. Right here. Indian guy who got 0 lays listening to tall, self-proclaimed coaches. Didn't work at all. Now he has like more than 10 lays. 5'5" Indian. Then you have another Indian that needs to make a video testimonial for his wedding. He just got married November 11th. I better text him. He's going to make a new video testimonial. And he promised. There's another Asian guy who got married. He did not make one. I don't see him on WhatsApp. So I'm just going to post his documentary series. If you don't want to make one, then that way you can tell the story properly. Or I'm just going to tell you whatever story. Then you have another Latino right here who validates all this stuff being true. How much more fucking proof do you need? You have another Colombian in the United States who got a fucking 6'2" white girl. And then he has a hot Latina girlfriend. I mean, how much more fucking proof do you need? I'm just scrolling through and just looking at. There's another Latino that validated all the late testimonials. He's in the inner circle. And then here, the other Jewish white student gets a lay with a Latina influencer. That was right before this one. He had a hard time because he was trying to play a numbers game like you. Game does not work. It doesn't matter where he's traveling to. Game is not enough anymore. Here's a student getting married, which is great. 5'4" Indian. His wife is taller than him. It's just the angle makes him look taller. They're gonna have taller offsprings. Here's another guy. Yeah, he bangs like a German chick. See over here in the bed. Don't worry, it's censored, so I cannot get in trouble. And then over here, like fucking, how many late testimonials do you need to see? Yeah, he also banged a Ukrainian 8 out of 10. He didn't want to show it because he wants to turn into girlfriend. Let's see where else. I'm just scrolling like. Oh yeah, I got banned over here. I remember that. Somebody was flagging my content. And here's another student got 15 lays, 5 white girls, 5 models, 2 actresses, and he married one of the actresses. Asian guy, 5'8". Here's another ABCs of low self-esteem Aspergers student. He got 0 lays from them. Now he's like he got 2 lays. He got another white girl, redhead. Here's a 55-year-old student. I'll show you here. 55-year-old, ugly, bald, 3 out of 10 looking German student. Wears exactly the same husband material fashion. He bangs a 10 out of 10 blonde Megan Fox. Before that, he went to a white dating coach boot camp and he only got like fucking 0 lays. Only one on Tinder. He paid like double the price of whatever he paid me. Here was a Latino student. He got another lay, 2 in a row this year. Months apart, 1 month apart. Don't worry, censored. How much fucking proof do you need? How much proof do you need? Here's an Asian guy who banged like a fitness model. Canadian. Here's him banging a 21-year-old. 8.5 out of 10. Here's his ugly German face. I censored it, but he's really ugly, you can see. Asian guy gets laid in like very few approaches, loses his virginity. This guy got married. Here's his picture, proposing. Here's his 11th lay. The other ones were 12, 13, and 14. Now number 15 is being shown. 11th. Okay, this is the other lay for the Latino. Right here. There's a testimonial. Don't worry, it's well censored. And this is from this year. Like I said, month after month, year after year. But nobody gives a shit. It's like, let's ignore Johnny Leet, the world's best Daygame coach. Let's ignore him for some unknown fucking reason. Just keep scrolling. Oh, this is his first lay for the ABCs of attraction victim. This was another white girl, 24 years old, same day lay. So this is a Latino. He has like multiple girlfriends, like 2 girlfriends at once, and 1 Ukrainian fuck buddy at the time. It's like ridiculous. Here's a 48-year-old student, old fat white guy who got laid. Here's a guy who got laid in Toronto with a white girl, fuck buddy, and then afterwards he went over to Mexico. I mean, big deal with ABCs. He got like fucking 5 lays in Mexico in less than 1 to 6 approaches. I censored this one, but they're banging over here. It's like success leaves clues. How much proof do you need? This one's well censored. Don't worry about it. This is the recent guy from Spanish guy living in the United States who got laid, even though he got married in 2024. There's another guy with 3 approaches. He fucking same day lays a white girl, Asian guy, in the United States. Logical guy. Here's a guy with 8th lay this year, Italian. That's an Italian woman there. This is one of his other lays, a fitness model. This year. Another lay looks like a Dua Lipa, this woman. Super fucking stunner. Super attractive. This year. He fucks another Russian this year. Super attractive. So if you say it's hard this year, it's bullshit. Super easy. He fucks another Kazakhstan. Not a real country, anyways. Very nice, Kazakhstan. Give a thumbs up for this. Here's another lay of his. He bangs a 20-year-old, a French woman. See that? It's like Leonardo DiCaprio now. It's just nonstop. I could scroll all day and just this guy. You should see her. She's a stunner for this other woman. The old man, 52-year-old at the time. He bangs a 25-year-old Middle Eastern chick. You should see her body. Most people give her like 8 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. This guy got like 66 laser. I think like something like that. He stopped using mystery method. He did not get laid with mystery. He quit Daygame. I had to get him back to it. This black guy, 66 lays, 4 girlfriends, 4 threesomes, and then afterwards he became a coach. All right, here's the 20-year-old. You can see a better picture. Don't you guys see a pattern here? You can see the ABCs of low self-esteem, mystery method, Aspergers, engineer. The woman's over here. I'm not sure if you can see it. This is a white girl. Don't worry, censor. I cannot get in trouble for it. Same daylight. Then you have another engineer who got like fucking laid with a white girl, became a fuck buddy. These are the type of people I want to have as 3MP students, right? Let's play his testimonial so we can hear, because he's a nerdy engineer. So hopefully you can hear it. Come on.
So I'm making this video today to talk about John Elite and my experience with his coaching. So a bit about myself. I'm a 5'7" Chinese Asian.
Sometimes the audio cuts off. I want to make sure it does not cut off. I'll go a little bit further.
From Southeast Asia that immigrated from there to the US. So currently I'm working in the US as a software engineer. And, you know, typical engineers, I was a very unsociable person, very logical, couldn't do small talk at all, very boring, very monotonous person. So didn't know how to talk to girls at all. But after going through John's program, just 2 weeks of it, not even the full thing yet, I was able to get laid with a white girl just yesterday. And so I met her at the mall, and I just followed all of John's instructions on how to approach a girl, how to open her, how to talk to her and keep a conversation going for like 5 to 6 minutes, and finally I number close her. And a week later, I invited her on a date, which she said yes to. And John gave me even more instructions on what to do on the date and how to end the date and pull her to my place. So I just followed it, managed to get her to my place, dealt with her objections like the way John teaches it, and managed to get a blowjob from her. Because, I mean, she was resisting a bit. She was saying like, oh, I'm not on a pill. I'm not supposed to be in a guy's house tonight. My mom doesn't know about it. I mean, she had a lot of objections basically about being there. But following John's teachings, I was able to deal with them and got her in a mood. So, I mean, it ended that day with a blowjob because her mom called and she needed to go back early. But after that, I mean, John just told me to text her and plan another day to hang out. So I did that. And next week, I was able to get her out again, and this time I got laid with her. So this girl was like a brunette, born and raised in the U.S., so pure white girl. So I mean, if I can do it with John's system, I think everyone can. Because the course I took from John was Kaizen. That is the first course. I'm part of his 3MP bundle, which is 3 months of proficiency, and I'm only in the first 2 weeks of his program. So currently, after 2 weeks of training, I was able to get laid with a girl on Daygame. So I mean, I think everyone can do it. So, and the funny thing is, I didn't even learn anything about game yet. So far, he's only taught me social skills.
Ah, you hear that, Mr. Took? He didn't learn anything about game. He only learned social skills and social calibrations. You're like, whoa, what the fuck are you talking about? I told you it works. That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Fashion, how to stand, body posture, and social skills.
Fashion.
No game, because I do not know how to flirt yet. I do not know how to tease yet. And everything was done online. So even with those, I mean, he was able to guide me through everything and got my first lay. So, yeah. I mean, his lessons covers everything. So in terms of fashion, he basically instructed me on what to get. I went out in the store, I tried a bunch of clothes, sent him all the pictures, he looked through them and basically tells you what exactly you need to wear. And he would send you a list of what to buy,
Whitewash,
how to wear it. And for your hairstyle, he'll send you a bunch of pictures.
Husband material. Same with hairstyle.
And instructions on how exactly to get it cut. And even when you get it cut, he will look through the video of what the barber does and give live feedback on what you need to change and what you need to tell them and what the barber needs to change. So, I mean, he guides you through every step of the process. He holds your hand and goes through everything with you. In terms of his training, he is definitely a tough coach. He will do whatever it takes to get your brain to learn what to do. Some days I had to stand in the right body posture for like hours in order to train my brain to stand in a specific way without thinking. And especially a social flow drill, I couldn't get it at first. I I mean, I was fully left brain, couldn't process it, couldn't understand how to do it. So I just had to grind. And some days we were practicing till like 2 a.m. So he is definitely a tough coach, but he does it because he cares. And he does it because that's what's necessary to get you results. So if you want a coach that will push you to level up and get results, he is absolutely the man for you. And throughout all his coachings, I had a lot of mental issues. Like, I had a lot of self-esteem and confidence issues. I had very, very bad approach anxiety. There was one day where I couldn't approach. I was such a nervous wreck that I was in the bathroom just crying and going like, I can't do it, because I was so afraid that, if I approach a girl, I'd be kicked out of the mall. I'd be deported, gone. So, I told John, and he basically gave me a call, and he sort of babied me, because that's my needs, I guess, and got me back up to my feet and got me approaching again. So, and he did help me get through a lot of my mental issues. Like, I had a lot of self-confidence issues. I had a lot of, a lot of self-doubt. I had this voice in my head telling me to give up. Give up. You're not worthy of this. You don't deserve to date a white girl. Stuff like that. You can't do this. Just give up. You're wasting your time. And I had all of those issues, and John just came in and brought me through it. Got me to overcome all these issues and start believing in myself. So he was like, okay, you've gained all these skills. We've drilled them down. You've drilled them down for hours. Now it's time for you to just say, hey, who cares?
Drill them down like the army. They'll just run up the hill and get your head shot off. And play a numbers game and dress like with a toque and a fuckboy sort of fashion with ripped jeans. Come on now. That's not gonna work. He tried to wear his own fashion and he got friend zoned. He got longer conversation, but he got friend zoned. Nothing happened. This is the only one way that works. If there's only one system that survived the inflation and is not like an Asperger system, this is the only way to do it.
If I know I can do it or not. I have the skills now. Just let the skills take over. Just decide I'm going to get late, and let the skills take over. And that mindset shift absolutely helped me in just going out and getting it done. So if you are a Chinese or any minority out there that you're in a foreign land, you want to get with the chicks, you want to get laid, right? Do absolutely contact John, because he knows what it's like to be a minority, and he knows how to get minorities laid. Absolutely. I'm surprised at how fast he was able to do it with me. But everything he says is absolutely field tested. He 100% knows what he's talking about. And honestly, I'm so surprised at how fast he got me results. So if you want someone to get you results, if you want someone to get you laid, even online, no boot camp needed, right? No alcohol needed, no boot camp needed. Sometimes no flirting even needed,
No alcohol.
John's your guy. John's absolutely your guy. Book a call with him. He will get you results. He will get you whatever results you want. From point A all the way to the end. If you want a girlfriend, if you want a wife, whatever, he will get you the results you want.
That's right. Lots of students got married. That's not bullshit. He sees all the other people too. So
book a call with him, and he'll get you settled. Seriously, do it. It's one of the best decisions I've made, because I've been in America for 8 years, and I have 1 year left in America, which was why I decided to contact John. But had I known about his program, I would have contacted him 8 years ago if I could have. So do it. You don't have time to waste. If you want to solve your reproductive and sexual issues, contact John. That's all I can say. Welcome to the free.
Yeah, what the fuck? Success leaves clues. I wonder, let's see, another student. We just go back. I could scroll forever and we can look at testimonials all day. Let's look at some Asians. Yeah, let's hear this other Asian engineer. These are the type of students I want. And ABCs keep making them quit because they keep saying it's all black pill, it's all muscle maxing. No, I want these type of students. Let's hear what it has to say.
This is another update. So I've just gotten another way with another Latina, and this one was within 4 approaches. The earlier one.
So this is in Mexico when he's on vacation. He already banged a white Toronto woman, turned her a fuck buddy. There's actually 5 lays here, and the 6th one was the.
Yeah. Was within 2 approaches, so it is well within the 1 to 6 approaches that John Elite has mentioned in his Daygame program. So with this girl, Latina, I started walking on the streets, and I just approached her and opened using the methods that John taught me, and just algorithms. And so we talked for a bit, and then we started walking together, and eventually we sat down some, and we kept talking, and I got her to open up using John's methods, and we set up a date for the next day. And the following day, we met at a cafe where we talked some more, and eventually we left the cafe, and I walked her towards my home, where we had sex. And again, I just want to reiterate that no purchase with no alcohol, no Instagram. We only had a glass of water. And the first day was with a white girl in the market. So it's good that I'm going to other countries and I'm able to apply whatever John taught. So for all the Asians out there who are struggling to get results in dating, John does have a solution for you, and it's with his dating system. In the past, I used to go out and do night game all the time, and I thought that was the only way I could get results. And the thing is, I don't even enjoy nightclubs. Now that I know Daygame, it actually works. It's what I want to keep doing moving forward. But it's so much more chill in the last. Thanks again, and hopefully I'll update you guys again. I'm just here to make an update since my last testimonial.
Yeah, this was the one before that, I think.
I am the Asian, half Chinese, half Vietnamese 3MP students training under John Elite. And since my last update or testimonial, I was able to pull a white girl and get away with her. And eventually she came afterwards. I also approached another chick at the supermarket, and I was able to pull her back home, and I started fingering her, but I could not get the lay. So it still counts as a pull, and we set up plans for the future. I just recently got another lay with a Latina. So what I have to say about John's program is that the 3MP bundle, it really works, and he comes up with solutions to all your problems, things you've never thought about before, like lots of mindsets, lots of different kinds of drills that really shape you to become the person that he wants you to be. And with these approaches, I only did it with a few approaches. For the first lay with the white girl, I only did it in 5 approaches. And for the most recent,
5 approaches. 5. The other ones were what, 4? A lot of students can get laid in 1 approach or 3 approach.
Yeah, I only made 2 approaches that day. I'm also on vacation in Mexico right now. So what's great about this is that you can take John's teachings and the skills you learned and apply it to anywhere you go. The skills are transferable, not a numbers game. You don't have to spam approach and run a super hard volume. You just need to do exactly what he says. Because the sooner you do what he says, the sooner you will get laid. Because John has field tested like everything. He knows he has done all of this himself, so he will not give you advice that he hasn't tried before. And additionally, I didn't use any crutches, so no Instagram, no like sexual market value. Like I'm just an Asian guy, so I don't have much value in Toronto compared to other races. Also, I did not use any alcohol. Right, the girls were not drunk; they were just in their sober state. So it was all from Daygame. The end.
Yeah, you don't need fucking Aspergers, alcohol maxing, heavy bedroom emasculation bullshit that you pay a boot camp with, wasting all this fucking money because you're an engineer and you're stupid. I was like, what do you get out of it? What the fuck? And then just they're showing old boot camp clips, bento camps, because their stuff don't work in 2024, 2023 anymore. I'm sorry to say, you're just worshipping old recycled garbage.
To say is, I definitely recommend John's 3MP bundle. I'm only like almost complete the Kaizen program, which is just a lot of drills, and I've just only started the 3MP in-field analysis. So I'm not even like halfway through the program yet, and I'm already seeing a lot of results. So for all the Asians out there in Toronto that are struggling to get results, I definitely recommend John Elite as your dating coach. He will definitely improve your dating life. My testimonial for John Elite dating. I'm a 3MP student.
So this is the first testimonial of the series. That was 2 other ones.
And some of my background is that I'm an engineer and I'm Asian. I'm half Chinese, half Vietnamese. And being born and raised in Canada, Toronto, and just North America in general, it's very hard to get results in terms of dating as an Asian if you don't have many friends or many social circle to just try to get results in dating through, whether it's like online or like nighttime or daytime. So so I looked up for John Elite to get coaching, and I'm a 3MP student. So what happened was, after 2 weeks into his Kaizen training, I was able to get laid with a white girl. And on the day that I did the approaches, I did it within 5 approaches. I would use my shape approach. Now I met this white girl, and that was I talked to her in the grocery store. And for 2 minutes, like all of the routines that John Elite gave me, his social skills, having body language. And after talking for 10 minutes, I was able to get her number. And what happened a few days later was that she agreed to come over, and like a few hours before she came over, I asked John for some dating tips, like how to close as fast as possible, and he was able to give me some tips, which really helped me like finish and close the girl.
Yeah, exactly. Without alcohol, maneuver, sexualize it to the maximum, deal with the sexual objections. Easy. Oh, but how you do it, John? Well, that's why you need some training. I could tell you what to do. I won't tell you how to do it. That's for the people that paid for their training. Level 3 students. I'm looking for you. Level 3 students are Asian engineers who are fucking tired of Tinder and fucking Latin countries or some shit that from other Asian dating coaches who are making you all quit because it's all black pill now. It's all about red pill fucking third world countries and also black pill muscle maxing. Fuck you guys.
Basically, that was really helpful. What happened was she came over, we just talked, and like when it was, I built comfort with her, like I feel really comfortable. And that's really all you had to do. And here and there, I just threw in some flirts and started like escalating sexually. And eventually, I like to blowjob and blowjob up to result. So that's the story there. So some more background about myself is that I was following John Elite for a few years back then in 2019. But I never really took action because that was around the time I also. So, but even then afterwards, when I broke up with her, I was still following John Elite for a while, but I never really took any action until I would decide to get into contact. And I really wanted to. I wasn't getting any result. The result that I wanted in my dating life. So I really wanted to push into the next level with John Elite. And at the 3MP bundle student Cleveland, the program has everything from mental trauma cure. So here's all your mental crap in your head, and it's like preventing you from dating or dating in general, chief, as well as social skills.
Oh yeah, I should update the mental trauma cure testimonials. I forgot about those.
Just like basic social skills that someone like an Asian person wouldn't have, because, like for example, Asians you have Aspergers or like autistic traits. So that means like the way we speak, like the way I'm speaking right now is very monotone, or at least even in our face, we don't have any like facial expressions. The John Elite teaches us how to do that. And by watching some people, I can change my voice whenever I want, just like this, because usually I speak like this. But by activating certain muscles in my voice and vocal cords, I can speak more like a whitewashed person. Yeah. John himself, he's just a very like strict coach in general, very tough, but it's if you're someone who's lacking discipline, he will be a coach, be the person to give you that discipline. And I'm a slow learner, and I made a lot of mistakes. But in the end, I learned that's what his discipline that led to me getting laid in the end. So it was where John is a great coach. You have to know, he has so many great testimonials. But even then, you still have to be the one who puts in the work. You can't just take training with him and expect to get the results. You have to actually commit yourself to it and decide, oh, get laid, you will win. A bit more about my past was that I'm also like an engineer, so I'm a very logical left brain person. So it's very hard for me to have be creative, be in the moment, have like social skills, and just be like calm and present. And my past is that I used to go to like night clubbing every weekend to try to get laid, but the result of that was like very little result basically. And when I started training with John, he changed like everything, like including my fashion, my hairstyle. He made me more whitewashed, which I didn't realize was a thing. And yeah, that's what happened. There's a lot of things that John will teach you that you get.
See, that's exactly what he's saying. Whitewashed, right hairstyle, husband material. Success leaves clues. This is what works.
Like started at 20 homes. So everything he taught me from just the start of the program, we really think that like no other dating coach will teach you in the program. It's very like hard to find someone who can teach you these things and have this knowledge. Guide you like step by step through the process. He's a very committed coach. So when you train under him, he'll do everything in his powers to make sure like you get laid, not just get numbers or get attraction from girls, whatever that means.
That's what you got. That's what you got, right? Numbers and attraction, whatever the fuck that means. That's what he said. I agree with that. What does that even mean?
The way basically. And on my date, and I went with this girl specifically, with this white girl, I didn't use like any alcohol at all. It was just I just followed Johnny Lee's like system and what she said. So that's the thing with like night game or any other sort of game. There's always some sort of crunch, right? But with this, it's just purely like following John's system, like social skills, like body language, and some like tactics. Whether it's like going on against the date or pulling or just like escalating. There's the few tricks here and there that he'll teach you. But since I'm Asian, I'm a Chinese, half Vietnamese background, so I was a very like cheap person. I still am a very cheap person, and I didn't invest much on my own personal growth. And this was probably one of the best investments I made on myself in terms of Daygame. And I'm also like being trained under John. You're also part of the inner circle group where you can see other students get laid as well. And John is getting like testimonial, like lay testimonial every like multiple times per week. It's nonstop and really like surprising. And seeing all those other students get laid, it also really boosts my own like belief system because when you see it, these guys are just like normal like average guys. They're not like super jacked. They're not like super handsome. They're not like very tall. Some of them are actually like very short. Like, we're just like normal short, like 5'7", and they're not like white or anything like that. They're just like regular, like me and you. We're just like Asians, and we're like very logical, and we have trouble with social skills and things like that. But we still get laid like under John's training. Yeah, just like the takeaway message is that if you're someone like me who's Asian, you're an engineer, or you're in a profession that is very logical, and you're struggling with dating and getting results in general, do seek out Johnny Lee for coaching. I know Toronto is definitely harder for game compared to other cities in North America and just the world in general. And there's not many like you see online in the coaches. There's not many testimonials or results for Daygame without like a crunch of alcohol or social media. So I'm very grateful, and for John's coaching, I hope to keep going. And this is just the first leg, and there's many more to come. Yeah, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day. Welcome to the 3 months to proficiency bundle offer that I have right now that I just created. Do you want to get laid faster than other people's boot camps? Are you struggling to stop depending on a boot camp as the only solution? Are you frustrated by the fact that it seems like RSD style stuff never works, no matter how hard you try? Are you worried it will take forever until you can figure out on your own how to finally update your social skills and social calibrations so you can't use it in your everyday area of your life? I know it sounds crazy because you're probably even a little bit torn right now because despite the fact that you want to get laid in Daygame without alcohol, and you want to bang a white girl, and you might be thinking that you need a boot camp as the only solution to get laid in Daygame, which is holding you back with all that going on in your head. No wonder if you get all my courses, my online training, you can get laid faster over and over again without boot camp, having a long-term sustainable result while improving your social skills, social calibrations, without depending on autistic, Aspergers, game lines, tactics that doesn't work without alcohol. For most people, it's a positive stereotypes. It seems like a pipe dream at this point. I know exactly how you feel because I went through the same struggle as you're going through right now. I was in Daygame for 21 years, and I started teaching in 2012 and taught online since 2016. I went through a lot. I felt the same way for years as I was reading all these books, taking all these courses and buying all these different programs and trying all these different approaches to Daygame and trying to get laid as fast as possible. And nothing was working consistently. I felt like I was on a roller coaster and it was so darn stressful. But then I found the secrets to get laid fast in Daygame without alcohol and bang a white girl that changed my life forever. So right now I'm going to share with you exactly how you can get all my courses, online training, so you can get laid faster over and over again without bootcamp, having long-term sustainable results while improving your social skills and social calibrations without depending on autistic, Aspergers, game, stupid lines, tactics that doesn't work without alcohol for most people except for positive stereotypes in their bootcamp. So in just a week or two, without any experience whatsoever, I'm Johnny Lee. I'm the creator of the 3 months of proficiency bundle. I have 549 label testimonials right now, more than the entire Daygame industry combined without students using alcohol. 549. This must be quite old. Right now, no, 654. So that's already more than 100 extra ones compared to before. Well, time flies, doesn't it? When I first made this. What the fuck? Wrestling with drunk women like 3 months of proficiency gives you every single online course and training program for the price of 3 months of proficiency because I wanted to have some kind of bundle to replace the bootcamp offer I had last year, which has expired. I made it possible to get my students laid fast in 2 weeks or less. Since some of my other students got a blowjob or late in the week taking on other programs in this bundle like Kaizen, which I'll show you the testimonials later on, and I want you to be able to experience the same kind of success. So I know what you're thinking. But John, Elite, I've wasted my time and money on Daygame books, products, courses, other people's online training that doesn't work, or bootcamps, and they didn't do a thing. Or I just don't know where to start, or I've tried a bunch of getting laid fast stuff before from famous dating coaches and nothing, where all I want to know is, how the heck do I have to get laid fast in 2 weeks so I can bang a white girl and get laid faster in 1 to 10 approaches that day to get laid? Just like Johnny Lee students. My students averagely can get laid in less than 1 to 6 approaches during the 2022 pandemic inflation. So this is 2022 inflation when I made this, but now it's 2024. It's harder. 2023, 2024. I'm the only one getting students laid month after month, year after year, including getting them married. Come on now. That's the tricky thing, is that y'all been told that figuring out how to get laid fast in 2 weeks or less is super hard, complicated, and a real nightmare, right? So right now I'm going to share with you something that will fix all that. It's a simple and proven system I created that takes you from zero to get all my courses, online training, so you can get laid faster over and over again without bootcamp, and also having long-term sustainable results while improving on your social skills and social calibrations without depending on autistic, Aspergers, game line tactics that doesn't work without alcohol. For most people, except positive stereotypes. Yeah, the guys who can fit the boyfriend-girlfriend frame, but everybody else be damned. And you can do this in a week or two. And it's called the 3 months of proficiency bundle. and it was specifically designed for day gamers, just like you. In fact, it's so effective that every day I see emails and social media messages, WhatsApp messages pouring from the brand new 3 months of proficiency bundle users. Also, courses like Kaizen students, elite access students, with these amazing zero to hero success stories. Look, don't take my word for it. Check out what some of our other students, just like you, what they're saying after they used 3 months of proficiency bundle to get the ball rolling. So, as you saw in the testimonial, this student got laid with a white girl. He's living in the United States. He's a 5'7" Chinese guy who's from Asia. And he only went through 2 weeks of training. He's already got laid. And this is from 3 months of proficiency bundle. He started with the Kaizen program because he has to go through one online course at a time. For the interest of time, I'm going to just show the screenshots. Otherwise, this will take forever. And here's my 52-year-old student who took Kaizen twice. The first time he took it, he got a girlfriend with a Ukrainian woman who was much younger than him. But then the second time he took it, like the first time he took it, yeah, he got a blowjob in the first week. Then he got the girlfriend. The second time he took it, he got laid in a week with a 21-year-old. This isn't Daygame, guys. This is not some fucking stupid night game, goddamn stupid shit. Night game bullshit of self-proclaimed high lay count guy, mental bullshit, where their students can only get laid in night game, which is 15:35 versus
the fucking Aspergers shit, right?
Daygame, which is 20:35. So this guy banged a 21-year-old on the very right or top left. He bangs a 25-year-old, as you can see in the middle of the screenshot, and then he bangs another 21-year-old, which is on the bottom right, or that.
He also recently banged another 40-year-old Megan Fox-looking woman. That's 10 out of 10.
Screenshot next to that. This fool is 52 years old. I even got a 48-year-old student laid at Daygame, which I cannot show here because he didn't take Kaizen or 3 months of proficiency. There's his other friend in Germany. He's 40 years old at the time. He got laid with a 20-year-old German chick. Then later I heard he banged a 19-year-old too. He fulfilled his life dream in Germany with the Kaizen program. It only took him 3 weeks to get that laid, and he didn't learn any game, any lines, or even the social skill flow at the time. Now they learn it so much faster. Another student from 3 months of proficiency, he banged the Swedish blonde. This guy did not make me a video testimonial. As I said, make me a video testimonial. He just dropped off on the face of this earth. He was using Willie Beck shit and RSD Max bullshit because he was a cameraman for them. He told me they fucking suck shit. They did like over hundreds of approaches just to get a date. Or insta date, seriously. Set the bar low. Proof, another student from Kaizen program. He lost his virginity and he got a Latina girlfriend in the process. A Vietnamese guy living in the United States. Over here is another Chinese.
Yeah, so for that guy who was Vietnamese in the United States, his girlfriend actually died. But then now he's banging her older sister who's better looking, which is fucked up. He just told me like 1.5 months ago on the inner circle. I was like, really? You're fucking the older sister when the other one died? She died of some kind of liver sclerosis or something like that. But whatever. I mean, he's got his money's worth. He has the skills. Now he fucked like both of them, and he upgraded. I know it sounds awful, but
Dude, was 5'6" who got laid. I want to cover his face because he requested it. And this was in London. He banged at 8.5 out of 10. If we average 8 or 9, because he was showing me this other girl, Anita. But don't worry about it, no one will figure out who she is. She claims that she's a 7, and she's actually very attractive. She looks exactly like the women that you see in that Star Wars movie, the new series that everyone hates. You know what that woman as a lead character? She looks exactly the same. So if she's a 7, and probably I think it's higher, his 8 or 9 is probably pretty high. He ended the game in a good note. Although he quit Daygame, he ended it with getting his dick wet with an 8.5 out of 10 Swedish blonde. And I did meet him in London. It was nice to meet him. Another European student, but he was living in the United States and in high school. He lost his virginity over there on the bottom left with a Persian chick. His second lay was like when he flew to Spain, but now he's drafted to
yeah, high school student.
Army. I hope you're doing well. So, is that cool or what? These are the people who are in your exact same boat, but they took advantage of 3 months of proficiency bundle, and it changed their dating lives forever. So, it's your turn. Would you like to know how to get started? Let's go over everything you get with the 3 months of proficiency bundle. Plus, act now, and you also get these insane bonuses. 3 months of proficiency, 3 months of in-field analysis and homework until you get additional lays. I have the best mental filter in-field analysis in the world to get the students laid fast. See, their mental filter takes you 6 months of using just game tech, which is only 2.5, which isn't enough, wasting everyone's time and money. See, if you spam approach for 6 months, you're probably going to get laid eventually. Not because of learning game, but because fucking spam approaching a numbers game. And without alcohol, that's why...
Well, not in 2024.
It was a numbers game. Because he never learned the alcohol crutch until the bootcamp. Kaizen, 7 days of social skill flow training, plus 30 days of body language training, which got so many students laid. So far, for everyone that has completed this course, and it works, I say completed, as some people dropped out or got kicked out because they're just fucking zombies. But for...
Yeah, Kaizen has 100% success rate. Anyone that completed the course, every single person got laid from it. The ones who did not complete it, well, they don't even last a week, then I'm not counting them. If they're quitting in 1 week, right? Then fuck them.
Ones that did complete it, they all got laid. 100% success rate. This is not for pussies. It is easy, and it is fast. But then again, it takes... I know you don't want me to say this. It's better to tell you it's easy and fast, but it's also tough but fast. You want fast results? You go through the Navy SEAL training, but this is very fast.
You know, when I tell people that course is tough and not for zombies, right? They're like, do you want me to tell it's easy and it's fast, right? That's how you get their money. But I'm telling you, it's hard and fast.
For the results. If you're getting laid in 1 week, right? It's equivalent to almost like a boot camp, but it's good to have all the packages if you want sustainable results. Elite Access is a consulting course that gives you 2 questions a day, or the next steps, or a quick in-field analysis for a few seconds. Not like a whole thing. Just hear for a few seconds, pointing out your mistakes. Right? Discipline you to take action. That could be the 4th thing on the menu. John, please yell at me. I need to take action. Who else gives you this much access to my mental filter? Every single day, you can ask me 2 questions, and it can speed up things. It's like asking Elon Musk some question. Texting for a minority teaches you how to text women faster in Daygame. If you already have your Kaizen or Elite 30 body language down, it's about efficiency. This is not a texting for Tinder. This is not about white people trying to get her all into WhatsApp as fast as possible. Then, you know, the testimonials are mostly white people and few Negroes on Tinder. Those testimonials.
Exactly. No one gives a shit about Asperger engineer, Tinder testimonials. That's just a body count. That is not a lay count.
Those do not count. Hinder is not pickup. But this is for Daygame. But you must have your Elite 30 down. If you don't, right, then this program is not for you. But it comes with it. The next program is called Inner Circle. It's a secret society group that is full of my best students. So you can get a specialized group training not found in my business.
The Inner Circle, when you see those videos, when I just call the students to validate their student results, right? They're from the Inner Circle. They get to see it for real, and they get to see their classmates getting laid.
Secret sauce for some of my best students. It also motivates you to see how other people can do it. The testimonial guys who looks just like you, but worse. That's right. There's a big party here in the Inner Circle, and nobody's invited except the students who already got laid. Now you get a group coaching that nobody else gets. It is affordable because the students always renew it. Nobody wants to leave the group. They love it, but it will never be publicized. It will be part of the 3MP bundle. That means if you can afford it, then you have the right to be here. Mental trauma cure. This is a one-on-one Skype for 10 hours that helps you get over your mental trauma. That's holding you back and move forward. It removes, it reprograms, and deletes the mental trauma.
Yeah, the students that got the most lays this year both took mental trauma cure. The Italian student took mental trauma cure. He got rid of like the facial expressions that are full of trauma. Same with the other guy. And it became more pure. So it's automated and they just got laid more. It doesn't mean just because you take mental trauma cure, she's going to jump on your dick. But these people already got the results in the beginning of my coaching. Now the Jewish white student who took it, he has 15 lays now. I'm still waiting for his video testimonial. The Italian person, I think his term is up very soon for that 1 year. He already found a woman he wants to be with. He doesn't want to do Daygame anymore. He wants to settle with her. He was actually from my Asian Chinese student with 15 lays, 5 models, 5 white girls, 2 actresses, 1 is married. He was recommended to me by him to take my program. So, yeah. They both took mental trauma cure. There needs to be an updated video sales letter for you guys to ignore.
So you can finally move forward with your life. This is something I invented, a 10-step program that literally deletes one mental trauma after another, so you cannot recall it. Well, that's awesome, right? Listen, you can get all this stuff separately, and it'll cost you more. All this stuff will cost you over 15 or 20K in total. But I have a bundle because people were complaining that, oh, you don't have this bootcamp bundle anymore. Here's another bundle. Stop complaining. It also comes with Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero. Learn social skills and social calibrations without any gaming tactics. This gets so many students laid with a 30-day challenge, so you know what to do at every step of the way, which gives you an invisible advantage, where you are rejection-proof. Women follows you home without you understanding why as you close it. That's right. This program has more Daygame lay testimonials than any program out there in the world. Elite Playbook.
That's true. Elite 30 is not even a fucking game course like Elite Playbook. It's not about game. It's about social skills, social calibrations. I just updated the sales letter today. So you guys should check it out. I'm getting a lot less viewers on my website. I'm not sure if people are brainwashed or something by other coaches posting recycled shit, but I have a lot less viewers for it today. What the fuck? It's like, go back to visit my blog. My blog is fucking awesome.
This is the product for a game tactics and tonality built on top of Elite 30. This is only used after you get the foundation down for Elite 30. You don't start with this because you need social skills and social calibrations first. That gives you 5 points. But after you get that, this one gives you more points on top of that afterwards. It's like the K for Elite 30 is the trophy.
Yeah, you don't work on game unless you work on the social skills, social calibrations, emotional control first. Fuck game. Game has been debunked in 2024.
This is the frosting on top. Game is only the frosting. But you need both of them. So this is what you get with the 3 months of proficiency bundle. You get 3 months of proficiency. You also get Kaizen. You also get Elite Access. You also get Tech Scheme for Minority. You also get the Inner Circle, group coaching. You also get the Mental Trauma Cure.
And you also get Elite 60 now, which is updated as a new course.
You get the Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero, and you also get the Elite Playbook. All of that for the price of 3 months of proficiency bundle. And I've broken the entire Daygame and getting laid fast process down for you, 1 step at a time. That means with the 3 months of proficiency bundle online training, you're able to get laid faster than other people's bootcamps get laid in 1 or 2 weeks. And get more lays for your money during the inflation to get laid not just once, but multiple times in a long-term training that gets you laid fast over and over. And it's easier, it's faster, with more confidence than you could do any other way. So you're not just aiming for that 1 lay in a bootcamp where you pay them over like almost 10K with their products that don't work without alcohol crutches and wrestling with her in a bedroom, which is illegal.
Yeah, more of that fucking Aspergers engineer shit. Brute forcing it.
And you take your 6 months to misery programs, which you eventually might get laid if you spam approach for 6 months, which doesn't even count. It's like collecting money. And lastly, you take your bootcamps, at least 7 days or 5.6K. You're spending nearly 10K.
It's not 5.6K, it's 8.6K.
All this lays faster without spending that much worshipping just to find out about the alcohol crutch at the end. But you have to hurry because I won't take this bundle forever. Since I don't want it to devalue my overall other bundles, which does not even cost as much as this. But you can buy all separately.
You know, there should be a new bundle. The 3 months of proficiency, right? You get 3 years worth of it. That means you get to repeat it for 3 years for the price of 2. How about that? I think that's a good idea. The engineers cannot complain. They love to spend money. How about this? Let's make a deal. 10K for the engineers who buys their stupid UMP shit or UFO and their fucking ABC shit. Let's give a 10K offer. I'm just making this stuff up right now. 10K, you got 3 years of 3 months of proficiency, all the courses. You can repeat it 3 times until you get married or some shit. 3 years. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna charge 10K. I'm gonna update the sales letter if they want. And a lot of you are like, holy fuck, 10K can barely afford $10. Hey, I'm looking for level 3, not level fucking 1.
Price for Roger. My millionaire student suggested I make this bundle offer. As crazy as it sounds to me, I didn't want to do it. So I thought this is gonna take me.
Yeah, how am I gonna write the sales letter? What's the headline? I'm just making shit up. Would you like to get married or have a fuck buddy and multiple girlfriends like my students? Asian students get, and then maybe a sub headline. I'll transcribe this later. Do you want to get white girls as an engineer for Daygame? And for the Indians, do you want to get married? Okay, then what's the next headline for the next section, the lead, as they call it? I learned some copywriting recently. I took a course. So the lead. Lots of people spend $10,000 per boot camp and they don't even get laid in 2024, in 2023, the toughest year for Daygame. If you join my coaching programs, I've been getting students laid month after month, year after year. The inflation became harder. But the people that can afford this stuff, I call them the level 3. Level 1 can only afford $50. Level 2 can afford up to $1,000. Level 3 can afford more. But you guys want to spend some money and you don't want to see a course that is super cheap. What if I have a course that can get you married for Indians and for Asians can get you a white girl? It's pretty much automatic. And then you get all the courses excluding the bootcamp. Wouldn't that be great? Okay, so the first line is going to be the first objection. I'll handle the rest later, but I'll just transcribe that and I'll start to write the new sales letter. I literally just make up stuff on the spot. I don't actually have, it's not like I plan everything. I strategically do it. It's all instincts. But yeah, $10,000 for 3 years. I lose money out of it, but you get an extra year free.
All the time. Also, when I removed the bootcamp offer before, I needed another offer. Since there is an inflation right now, and even in a recession soon, we are technically in a recession. If it's 2 quarters that went down, but I figured I'd give people this offer. All the kindness of my own heart. And also the other student suggested it. In the future, this will be the main offering. Even as a group coaching, as I build a joint elite metaphorical army, all training each other in this group. As your in-field gets analyzed together at the same time. You all can see each other's analysis, and you're all leveling up at the same time. If you wait, you'll have to lose another year or waste time in other people's boot camps using alcohol.
You might think that's a lot of money, right? But in reality, you wouldn't believe how much these engineers will spend on their boot camps, their world tours, and other platform scammers that are popular. They'll spend any fucking amount of dollar. You can literally raise it up to like 50,000, like queefing canceled Casanova. They'll fucking buy it. But why not have something that works? And the Asians out there that are gaslighted by engineers, stop fucking quitting Daygame because of black pill shit that they say is all about muscles and everything and going to Latin countries. Fuck these fucking engineers, motherfuckers.
Other dating coaches bootcamps where you get no results, like James Tuss, where he only has 1 Daygame late testimonials, or Kramer's McCain with 0, while my students keep getting late nonstop.
Yeah, fucking autistic shit.
And also the inflation, your money's not going to be worth anything, it's going to be worthless. So it is better to make an investment while you still can't lose it. Plus, you get long-term training with me, so you can get the first lay super fast while you focus on additional lays as you level up your social skills and social calibrations further. Getting more lays, a long-term solution to get additional lays beyond the first one, is more effective, efficient, effortless than their boot camps. And there's no alcohol necessary because you aren't sociopaths. And I don't want you to delay being able to get laid as fast as possible in Daygame without alcohol. And I want you to bang a white girl just like my other students, even Asian students throughout.
Yeah, you don't need fucking alcohol. I mean, what the fuck is that? Like posting old fucking bootcamp shit from 2021 or 2019. Come on now, people are so stupid. It's like they can just recycle old shit all day, and I just keep posting new stuff, and nobody cares about my stuff because they got more authority, whatever that means. With 0 late testimonials in 2024, 0 in 2023.
This year, and I don't want you to wait 1 moment longer than you have. Now, I know that some of you are thinking, I don't have time for this right now. As you're an engineer, I'm really busy. I'll wait to get started with the 3 months of proficiency online training. Let's be honest here. The reason why you don't have time is because your narrow focus, your Aspergers. Let's not be around the bush here. Is what makes you good at your job. Have this superpower. But everything else is atrophy. It's like you have big biceps, but all the other muscles are weak. You need this to improve your social skills and your social calibrations. I can tell you from experience that there won't be a next time. Because the next time becomes the next time. And so on. And it never happens. You might even go to several other people's boot camps, wasting over 10K.
Oh, they love their boot camps. These guys are like boot camp junkies. They cannot wait to take the next boot camp and just to feel good and pump their state. They don't even need results. They just need some fucking Tinder results. They'll take another boot camp. These people are insufferable.
10K in total, 20K, then you will not want to spend it here. You lost out. Success loves speed. And if you're willing to do what it takes now, I promise you, you'll be in a very different position in a week or two than where you are now. If you follow what I show you, You get all my courses, online training, so you can get laid faster over and over again without bootcamp, having long-term sustainable results while improving on your social skills and social calibrations, without depending on autistic Aspergers, gaming game lines, tactics that doesn't work without alcohol, and wrestling with her independence.
Exactly, Asperger. So even though today I'm talking about Asperger engineers, even years ago when I made this sales letter, I'm still talking about the same fucking people gaslighting you. Asperger's, engineers, logical, fucking tactics. Doesn't work this year. 2024 is the year that game has failed. You motherfuckers that are worshipping game tactics because you're half-assing it due to low self-esteem. No.
Or a game style that only works for positive stereotypes. Just imagine your life when you get laid faster than other people's boot camps with alcohol. You get laid fast in 2 weeks, it's 7 in 1, and you get more money for it or your investment during this inflation. You get laid not just once but multiple times. In a long-term training that gets you laid fast over and over. In just a week or two, no more waiting, no more hoping or wishing. Now it's going to happen, and that's because I'll show you how. Every step of the way. So click on the link below now and set an appointment with me to enroll in the 3 months proficiency bundle online training. Get on the phone with me.
Yeah, for the engineers out there who wants to pay more money, not because it's like, oh, I want to spend more, because you guys can afford it and you don't want to pay for a cheap program and you feel like, oh, if you're charging too cheap, John, I don't trust you. Well, let's raise the price. Let's make it 3 years. Try to get married from the program. You probably would for Indians. And for the Asians, you'll get a white girl very easily because they can't stop getting white girls.
Let's see if you're qualified. Let's see if you can handle this program. Of course, not everyone's going to be invited, but you should get on the phone with me. You should not be scared because your money's going to be worthless during this inflation. Secretly, the inflation is like over 15%. If you look at it, you put the money in the bank, that money is going to disappear by 15% next year. Seriously.
Yeah, that's fucked up, right? So whatever money that you're trying to save, it's like every year inflation goes up by like 15% or something. Your money's worthless. You have to pay more for food now. It's like you need to invest it.
You're wasting money by not investing it in yourself. In my program, the best investment in the world. I'm here to help you get laid fast for Daygame or your results. You can update your social skills, your social calibration, so you use it in every area of your life. A lot of you engineers out there are really stuck. It's not just Daygame. You just can't use the social skills, the right tonality, in adapting to your family, adapting to your friends, adapting to your boss, adapting to so many other areas. Not just women, to meet friends and meetup groups, have a social circle. You just don't know where to start. You getting laid in my 3MP program is my #1 priority. I can't tell you how many people from all over the world have used the 3 months of proficiency bundle online training, like Kaizen. It totally transformed their life. Join the 3 months of proficiency bundle online training now. Get on the phone with me. Stop wasting your time. Life is short. Life is short. And just ignore this whole inflation. Focus. Stop being like in the learn helplessness mode. Train with me now. Life is short. You got one life to live. You can't just keep watching my students getting laid one after another, can you? Let's make this happen. Let's get your dick wet with a white girl. And let's stop fucking around.
Yeah, so basically, overall, let me just finish what I have to say and I'll come back online since there are some views here. I'm looking at how many views we have. We have 22 views, right? Maybe that's not a lot, right? 22 views, but whatever. As long as you guys are watching the YouTube lives, I'll be back more this month. Last month, I was only here for one time. What the fuck? I should talk to the people here, my audience, instead of ignoring them. So let's continue. So I'm the only one getting students laid in 2024 consistently. And they're posting stuff from 2021 and you're still getting gaslighted. Fucking stupid people. No offense. I'm not saying you're stupid from my audience, but there's a lot of stupid fucking sheeps out there. They don't have much during the inflation. They have 0 or 1. ABCs has 1. Tall self-proclaimed high leg count guy has 1. Todd V has 0. It's like Mystery has 0. Fucking Aspergers. It's ridiculous. It's like lots of zeros. But they brainwash you with false authority like fake news, CNN or MSNBC. They're brainwashing people with false authority and they're validating each other and they're giving themselves a pat on the back with their stupid Tinder testimonials. Who gives a fuck? That's a body count. That's not a leg count. There's not even pickup. Come on now. And they have Tinder testimonials, whatever the fuck that means. Tinder, what does that mean? They're just putting pictures. You could use AI pictures with a background and then you can swipe and that's a testimonial. Women's leg counts? No, it's body counts. Women has no fucking skills. Let's say they got 80 lays, right? And they're just 23. How is that fucking lay count? That's a body count. Ridiculous. It's just a made-up mental bullshit of Aspergers. Aspergers, they love to brag about their Tinder testimonials. Oh, it's results is results. No, it's not. It's not pickup. Ridiculous. So here's the thing. I don't know when I can make the claim. Okay. That's the funny thing. When they make this claim, oh, 1,000 something testimonials. No, how many pickup? It's like, oh, less than 50, less than 40. It's like, well, that's your real student results. You ain't shit compared to me. What are you bragging about? YouTube comments that are positive? Like they got over red pill or black pill, and that's a fucking testimonial on your page. What the fuck are you talking about? How is that a testimonial? Oh, but they got results. They got over red pill. What the fuck does that have to do with getting you fucking laid for pickup? Nothing. Because they're fucking deceiving you. And that's the funny thing. I'm a better day game coach than all of them. I'm saying, well, Mystery has a lot of people laid. Well, are you sure about that? It's night game. And he didn't collect the testimonials. So he doesn't have anything for day game. He doesn't have any testimonials recently or anything real during the inflation. So he's not a good dating coach. I have more than all of them documented. And I don't have fucking Aspergers syndrome. I understand social intelligence. And, they can't perceive it yet for these engineers. This is why they're always stuck with that fucking 15 out of 35 or 12 out of 35 night game and Tinder. They don't understand day game. Or they use crutches like high volumes approaches with mystery method tactics, or they use fucking alcohol in their fucking boot camps. And that's what you realize. That's the secret sauce is the fucking alcohol. Wake the fuck up. Don't use fucking alcohol. If the coach says to you, oh, you might as well use the alcohol in the sales call, you say, no, sociopath, no to drugs, no alcohol, no. So say to them, if you're stuck in their boot camps, you've been manipulated into there with old fucking boot camp testimonials no one gives a fuck about. I could post like 22 boot camp student series. Those are just the ones that made the video testimonials. The ones they did not, there's like over 30 something from the United States. Come on now. What are they bragging about? Stupid. It's like, oh yeah, I got a few students laid for the United States. Well, I've never been to the fucking United States teaching boot camps, and I still get them laid without us. 50 times more impressive. Come on now. Fucking stupid. All right. So women are affected with their social value, their survival value, and so they have more objections. So using third world money status advantage in Latin countries, right, is stupid. So what I do is I put you through a sequence of my courses, all of them, excluding the boot camp, until you bang your first white girl. And the next course, and the next course, until you get laid. A white girl, fuck buddy. Or until you're married. A lot of Indians are married from the 3 months of proficiency, or they're engaged, assuming you're coachable. This program isn't for unteachable cases who drags their feet. I had students like that love to drag their feet. They run away from the coaching. These guys could fuck off, right? You don't belong here. But it's only for coachable people that will follow instructions. So what I've done is I put together the perfect solution for Asperger engineers, a system they need because of my normal systems, like Elite Bundle 2 might be over their Asperger's syndrome head. It might be too hard. Although it may work for other students, they still need more help. So if you click the link below, I'm going to put the link somewhere in the description. I didn't put it there because I did this last minute. I wanted to be here, although I was very tired and the fucking YouTube cut off the audio and then they frozen this. This is the third time I'm here just to make sure I get this message across. And if you want to potentially get married or a white girl, join the 3 months of proficiency bundle. And right now I just invented a new thing. $10,000, you get 3 years of 3MP. I honestly don't know how much longer I'm going to keep this 3MP bundle or 3 months of proficiency bundle available at this prices. It'll probably go up because of ABC's of low self-esteem and other Asian engineers like Queefing Cancel Casanova or a fucking UFO company, UMP, is taking advantage of all the Indians' money without getting them laid, just bench holding sheep, worshipping white plausibility. Their students get like 3 out of 10 looking women or 4 out of 10 if they do get it. Mine gets 9 out of 10 or higher. So click the link in the fucking description in the comment section. Go read my blog. Don't bench hold me. Don't be like, oh, I don't want to read his blog anymore. I'm getting brainwashed by other coaches. I'm always here to help. I can't tell you all the amazing results that I've gotten for the Asian students. Well, I could post them all day. It'll be nonstop. Let's just be real here. The ones who are struggling with Asperger's. I also have the Elite Bundle 2 if you cannot afford it, you're level 2. You don't have enough money for that, then just get the $900 Elite Bundle 2. You still get a little bit of my help each day. A lot of students got laid with that. But if you're Asperger's and you're engineer, take the 3 months of proficiency bundle. I can't wait to see you on the inside. Have a great day and give it a thumbs up. Read my blog and fuck the other engineer bench holding dating coaches. All right, thumbs up for Kazakhstan, right? Kazakhstan, #1 country in the world. Very nice. All right. Thank you for the thumbs up. And right now, how many views? It's about 2 hours, 22 views. Not too good, but whatever. If it reaches 100 views, I'll make another video. You guys just have to show up, like it, and watch it or some shit like that. And you'll have more YouTube lives than you can handle. All right. So, yeah, I just bleached my hair. That's why I'm here now. And you can still see the white hairs everywhere. Right. And most people don't think that's like, they'll just think it's blonde because it's similar color, but it's actually all white. Side, see? Yeah, you can definitely see it here. White hairs. I did start 2001. I'm actually OG. Fuck you, mystery. I start before you, Aspie fuck. I start before you, Ross, you fucking scammer. You have no lay testimonials. You have no infield. You have no proof. And you talk a good game because you're a guru? No. I'm the OG. I'm the original gangster. I still have my fucking hair, unlike you. Right? I still retain my fucking hair, even at my age. So is John old as Mystery and Ross and all these other? Maybe. Who knows? Todd V, and now he's getting gray hairs. Self-proclaimed tall coaches are now getting white beards and gray hairs. I got a white beard. See? White. I'm that old. I'm the original gangster, motherfuckers. Anyways, join 3MP. Stop being cheap. And yeah, I'm going to press the end whatever. And that's 2 hours right there. I'm going to grab something to eat. Join my programs. Stop listening to other fucking Aspergers. They have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. They need to shut the fuck up. They got 0 students laid. They're platform scammers. Fuck you guys. I'm out.